April is National Deaf History Month, and there is a groundbreaking documentary you should know about that tackles part of the deaf experience. It's called Sign the Show. Well, joining us now are filmmaker Kat Brewer and executive producer Matt Maxey. How are you guys doing this morning?
Doing great.
Yeah?
Incredible.
I gotta tell you guys, these two came in with such energy. Sometimes people sit down on this couch and they're a little bit, nervous or whatever, but you guys are sitting there dancing around, having some good times.
Oh, it's a good vibe. We have to keep up with you.
You're too kind. Flattering will get you everywhere. So let's talk about the documentary. How did this come to fruition? Where did this come from?
I attended a concert back in 2014, and for the first time ever, I saw a sign language interpreter signing the show. And I didn't realize that deaf people enjoyed music, let alone enjoyed going to live performances. So I started communicating with the interpreter and then with the deaf people through the interpreter, and come to find out deaf people, just like hearing people, love music. And so I decided to write an article for the college paper where I taught, and a friend of mine said, "What are you writing?" And I told him, and he's like, "You should make a documentary." And I said, "Okay."
Why not? I'll just do it.
Why not?
So from there, obviously you two have come together to Matt to exec producer. How did you guys connect, and how did that start?
Well, really, Kat reached out to me via social media, and we already started building a friendship. And it just so happened that I was working with Chance the Rapper on tour.
You're kidding me.
She was at the stop in Delaware at Firefly Music Festival. So outside of Waffle House, we made our connection, had a historic interview that you'll see inside the show, and the rest was history. Anytime she had help about the deaf culture, deaf community, sign language, I tried to provide my expertise, my connection, everything that I knew to help make her dream a reality.
I love that you two guys met outside of Waffle House.
At 2 a.m.
It's organic. It's organic.
That's how the film and TV industry works. Just so you guys know. Clearly, you guys have a really good connection, good relationship. You've obviously enjoyed doing this documentary, this process together. Yeah. Do you have a personal favorite moment from putting the documentary together? Everyone, it's not all smiles and sunshine in making docs. It's really difficult raising money and getting the capital, put them together, and then releasing it. So what did you take from this? What were some magical moments that really stick out?
I can't even know where to start. I just think seeing all the people that have been involved, watching the impact, watching the effect, watching them feel like, hey, we have representation on the movie screen. We can look and we can see our culture, we can see our community, we can see people that look like us, sound like us, talk like us, and that's not something you see often in the movie. Plus, now you get to see all these other businesses, they watch, and they're like, hey, we can do this better. And so seeing that impact, seeing that effect is inspirational and magical in itself for me.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think for me, honestly, it's been the entire learning process from day one, not even owning a camera when I had the idea, right? But it's also, honestly, I always say this, like meeting Matt and having this friendship build between us and having someone who has gone through the ups and downs with me, someone that I can lean on, has literally just been the biggest blessing in my life. So.
And is there anything that part of the fully hearing community that they should know about the deaf community that they may not, or they may glean from watching this documentary?
Well, I think that first they need to recognize that hearing is a privilege that they have, and that you can do so much with that where other people in the deaf community have to face barriers and challenges to getting access to things that we take for granted all the time. And so I think recognizing that privilege and then becoming more inclusive in their own lives, whether that's learning the sign language alphabet, whether that's taking sign language lessons from deaf people, not necessarily hearing people. It's better to learn from someone who is a part of that culture. Matt gives lessons all the time. His organization is called Definitely Dope. We started at the same time, and he has done so much to break down these barriers.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming in this morning. I can't wait for people to check out the documentary. And for more information, head to signtheshow.com. The film is streaming now on Apple TV, Tubi, YouTube, and Google Play.